And we are live? Yes, we are live. Yes, welcome back everybody to Payback is a Lich. Oh yes, we are out of schedule tonight. Coming up with an episode that may bring some twists and turns to this campaign. Who knows? Maybe the campaign will end tonight. We never know. Right now, I have no more clue of how long more this campaign is going to last. It's going to purely depend on my players. This session might even be shorter than usual, or maybe longer. I don't know. Well. For those of you who have never watched this campaign before, in here we're playing a campaign of the continuation of a failed campaign of Vecna Eve of Ruin, where the heroes that came before and played the previous campaign failed to defeat Vecna and to stop him from performing his ritual of remaking, where he is reshaping the multiverse to his will. And it turns out that there are no more heroes in the multiverse that can face up to Vecna and make a stand against him and fix this. And the last hopes of the multiverse rest in the hands of a band of very eccentric liches. Oh yes, our entire party is made of liches. They call themselves the Left-Hand Horrors, and well, they spent this whole campaign working on a plan to defeat Vecna, to get a chance to defeat Vecna. They search for the Rod of Seven Parts, not because it's a powerful artifact, but because it was a key that led them to delve into this ancient buried mystery, this ziggurat, a secret that Vecna tried to bury, but one of his loose ends unfortunately remembered that still existed. And of course, they were very, as you can expect, dungeons are kind of the natural scenario for liches, and they were quite easy to they passed through this dungeon quite easily. They talked to the monsters of the dungeon. They made friends on the way there. They found all the traps, all the shortcuts. They got to the end of the dungeon and they met this powerful creature, which the horn was actually an ancient obelisk that could be, which the power could be unlocked and unsealed with the help of the rod. And thanks to the member of the party that was a previous associate of Vecna named Volkar, used to be the exarch of Vecna. They knew about that, and Volkar was carrying the rod, and indeed, they've managed to unleash the power of that obelisk. But before I get too much into what happened in the last session, let's get to know our protagonist tonight, as we have full party. Oh yes. First, Creek, our ever-optimistic bard lich, with a knack for contracts and a love for autographs of famous and renowned people across the multiverse. Creek, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hey guys, the Spirit King here. I gotta say, from going to an obelisk to becoming a new shining star, I can't wait to make my concert a one-man band across the multiverse. Get ready to hear all of the different music and genres at the same time.
Excellent. And then we have Cyril, the scrappy version of Cyril, still very determined lich, always looking to fill the void left by the past and by the loss of his lovely Asta, who was also a very evil sorcerer, who unfortunately passed away as part of the same ritual of lichdom that Cyril turned himself into a lich. He used to turn himself into a lich, and it was all a little trick from Vecna. And Cyril is here trying to, you know, make Asta happy again. I don't know. Cyril, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello, hello, hello. I'm feeling fantastic. And as you should know, Legend, the wife is never happy. So I can only do my best. And unfortunately for the minute, the best is not working as she's dead. So we'll see if that continues to be the case or if we can work some magic.
Work some magic. Very well. Yeah, that's I have to say you really set up a very, very high goal there for you.
I know.
But
It's tough.
yeah, it can be. It can be. The last time you talked to her, she seems somewhat demanding, I have to say. Somewhat not very satisfied with how fast you were progressing. But let's fingers crossed for you. And then we have Midge, our lichen lich, and a spore druid in love with all things that are fungal and with the balance of decay in the multiverse. Oh yes, you can think about things being balanced by the fact that they are growing and they're pretty, and you can see the other side of the coin. Pretty much by the roots, and that's where Midge comes from the roots, from the fungal world, from those forms of life that exist from the decay and grow from the decay and renew everything. So Midge, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Just like to point out that it was a murder, and I was the first one to give myself up, and now I'm a shiny green gem. Not what I'm gonna become now.
Spoiler, block.
And Midge,
Give
I guess
myself up.
you're cutting off quite a lot. FYI. I think I got about half of that, but that's probably because at the end of the last session, you were already just in spirit with us. So there's probably some, bad signal in the next world from where you are talking to us from. And then we have Drazov, aka Necrolumpa, aka Robert De Niro. The master of disguise who can't seem to escape his own layers of deception. Drazov is somewhat one of the reasons why this campaign snowballed into what it is right now, as he triggered a chain of events with his nagging. You see, guys, nagging works to do something, and as he triggered a chain of events that led this party to become the mix and match of two different timelines that they are right now. Drazov, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Yes, I am as always Gildrebnez the Grotesque, and I must say I'm rather frustrated. I just picked out a lovely set of new arms, and I was about to remove them from their previous user when I was so very rudely compressed into a gemstone and whisked away from my lab. Most inconvenient timing.
Indeed. Sometimes it almost seems that convenience is not the first priority of your convenience is not the first priority of other people in this campaign. It seems like that, particularly the Spellweaver, seems that he didn't really care about your convenience, and I find that rude. I
agree.
And then we have Ronaldo, our herald of passion, our aristocrat, who is also somewhat passionate about his beliefs and his principles of the multiverse, the one who merged himself with the vestige of the evening glory, and it's now working to serve her wishes as well, and her wills and wants. And in the last session, he even captured the divine essence of a forgotten god just to feed his new BFF. Ronaldo, say hello to our audience. Tell us a little bit about how you're feeling tonight.
Hello, hello. Feeling really run down by the work week and absolutely exhausted. Hopefully that won't carry on into the session. Ronaldo's hoping that the wonderful evening glory won't think he's cheating with all the changes that these deities have going on. Nice to be here. Thank you.
Very well, very well, and well. So what happened in the last session? In the last session, our liches found themselves face to face with this monstrous deity with a single cyclopean eye, tentacles, and a horn that was reminiscent of the obelisk that they were seeking. The battle was quite fierce, somewhat chaotic at times. There was some non-PG-13 things in that fight that let's just keep it at that. And Drazov disguised himself as Robert De Niro and found himself being swallowed by the creature, and took quite some ingenuity for him to get out of that stomach, because that stomach was a demiplane of its own. And it also cost him a pair of his hands that didn't grow back. Then we had Volkar seizing the moment of defeat of that creature to use the Rod of Seven Parts to crack open and unseal the power of the obelisk that they were looking for, and releasing from this obelisk what they anticipated was one of the possibilities of what this obelisk could have. Breaching to and bursting out of the monolith came out a spellweaver, perhaps the last of its kind. The spellweaver, in all its cryptic glory, started to discuss with the party in this mind-bending dialogue, and I think, I mean, if I understood it right, I think he ultimately offered you guys a chance to fulfill your purposes. Well, Midge was the first one to jump in the opportunity, but ultimately, one by one, each lich was transmuted into this very nice, beautiful gem. Their physical forms were altered. All their magical items, and they have a lot of magical items, they all fell into rifts in space. And everything went dark after they accepted, or I think they accepted, the offer that the Spellweaver was proposing. And as to Volkar, he was paralyzed. Volkar was, well, in all fairness, Volkar was always somewhat of a silent leader. He doesn't talk much, except of course when it's to curse the party for not being competent enough to do things, and he's always plotting from the shadows and helping the party from the backstage. But this time he was really silent and couldn't speak at all. And the party realized that the Spellweaver had him on some sort of hold, which liches should be immune to paralyzation. And yet, it seems that the party couldn't do anything about that, and they decided to each one give their own answer to the Spellweaver, including Creek, which managed to get a tattoo of the Spellweaver's signature on himself, which will likely go away the next time he tries to deceive someone. Fun times. And
boy, oh boy.
Oh yes. And with that, let me bring you guys to the outsides of this of the place that you guys were in. Oh yes. If you guys don't remember this, the place you went to find the entrance to the ziggurat was actually the lair of Necrolumpa, one of the members of this party who is somewhat of a tourist. And she shows up sometimes in this story, and she started a campaign with us, and eventually the second timeline kicked in, and instead of Necrolumpa being the fifth member of the party, it was Razov who was the fifth member of this party. Can you guys see the map?
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. So outside of the temple of Necrolumpa, which there is a sort of a protective spell to reflect the environment as if it was a mirror, and to give the impression that the whole structure is actually invisible. It's nighttime in this desert looking place, and the first thing you guys hear is the wind and the sound of stone rubbling. You hear as if rock was, and something as the sound goes away, you open your eyes to see a bit of light coming from a fissure in front of your face. You start to push the pieces of stone apart and open an exit for yourselves. Were you buried alive? As you are stepping out of this tomb where you were in, you all hear a familiar voice in your mind.
Your leader, Volkar, is no more. His existence has been erased. That's the price of his participation in the ritual that destroyed my kind.
You are still trying to recover your consciousness and trying to figure out where you are. That's the strange silence that suddenly fills your minds as those words seem to echo and resonate deep within your consciousness. To each of you, the spell weaver's voice continues. Its tone continues to be ancient and somewhat otherworldly. Yet there's something strangely comforting about it now. A sensation you haven't had before.
In his stead, I offer you a chance to fulfill the purposes you so fervently spoke of. Your physical forms have been transmuted. Each of you now, part spellweaver, a vessel of arcane potential. But beware, this body is but a gift. Lose it, and you shall return it to your former decrepit selves.
As those words continue to echo, and you hear them even echo through the environment as you step out into the desert, you feel an unfamiliar energy coursing through your veins. An energy that feels like ancient magic. And you almost feel as if you had power of infinite possibilities. As you step out, each one of you look behind you and realize there were 5 obelisks standing outside of this invisible temple. And each one of you stepped out of one of these obelisks. And as you look at yourselves, you will realize that you look somewhat different. You look somewhat different. I'll give you guys some time to
Point
absorb.
zero!
Whoa.
What the hell?
Midge, stop trying to copy me. As I look down to see 6 arms of my own and go, what's going on, guys?
I mean, if I wanted to turn into a spider, I already can do it. This is crazy.
Creek goes like, guys, you know what this is time for? We could all play rock, paper, scissors at once. All right, everyone, get in a circle.
I like how Drazov looks like a certain Blizzard video game character.
Oh, this is a significant improvement. I mean, just mere moments ago, I was picking out some replacement arms, and now, oh, look at this. So many of them. So many to choose from. Marvelous.
Well, one more thing you've noticed about each one of you. In one of your hands, you are carrying this strange disc, multicolor chromatic disc that seems to change colors depending on the angle you look at it. It seems to be made of raw magic. You don't think it's anything actually physical or material. It seems to just be pure energy, concentrated, and almost compressed into a disc. You feel oddly in tuned with it, and as if you could read it as a library. Everything you know about magic and your arcane knowledge and spells, and even beyond what you used to know, you seem to have easy and free access to it. There's no resistance. It just flows. And it's so fast. You think you have the intention of thinking about something, and the disc replies to that and immediately pumps up in your mind. Even before your conscious mind is aware that you were about to think about something, the disc is already responding to it. You realize that this is more than just a device that stores your knowledge. It's not just a fancy spell book. It can also be a spell focus. You sense that you are more attuned to this object than you've ever been attuned to anything. Not even your phylacteries are so attuned to you than this object right now. And you realize that you are still liches. You are still somewhat undead, but this body is more alive and in better shape and less decayed than your previous forms that had been turned into diamonds. And you can feel coursing through your vein inexplicable power. It's your mind. Your mind is now boosted. Your energy is boosted, and you don't feel that you need to anything else but yourself in order to wield magic.
It's a lot to take in.
Slightly.
How tall are we? I asked the disc.
Oh yes, you are in the high end of the range of a medium creature. So you are about the height of a Goliath, 7 feet tall. Although you are
Giant midge.
yes, giant midge, and you are indeed lighter than a Goliath, so you still count as a medium creature for all practical purposes. Now, that said, let's tell our audience what we're dealing with here. While in this matter, you are not an undead. Your creature type is aberration. You have 6 arms, which means you can wield 6 things. You're still limited to the number of actions in your turn, but you can cast up to 3 spells in your turn for combined level of up to 12. You have a walking speed of 50 and an equal speed of equal climbing speed. You've realized your minds have been amplified to a very large degree. You have this passive detect thoughts and detect magic senses working all the time, passively. You do not require concentration on these 2 spells. It's just the effect that is passive and is coming from your senses. You've realized you are talking to each other telepathically. You don't have mouths anymore. You all talking to each other telepathically, and you can feel that your telepathy goes a long way. In fact, all of you can sense this purple worm about 3 miles north of your position, just diving under the sand, and you would think purple worms tend to be dumb, but this one, you start to read its mind. It turns out it's some sort of professor in a university, and it's some sort of academic purple worm.
Yeah.
What? You had no idea that purple worms had a brain. And this one seems to be right now.
One special one had a good dad.
Wait, if we can only hear the worm, his students must be dumb then.
Well, you can detect its mind, and you realize it's thinking about all sorts of academic questions about the history and the culture of purple worms, as well as what is the color of the tie that it wants to use, because its current tie apparently it doesn't look good anymore. So yeah.
As well as he hasn't seen a certain tiefling in a long time.
yes. You do sense there is some longing there, some longing to find someone. You can't really pierce through to see who it is, but yes, the purple worm seems to be missing someone. Well, your innate psionics also allow you to cast Mage Hand invisibly. You can cast Shield and Levitate at will. You have an advantage against spells and other magical effects, and you are immune to psychic damage. Well, with that brain, no wonder. You can cast up to 3 spells on your turn, as I mentioned before, for combined level of 12. You do not require verbal components. After all, you don't have a mouth. And you can maintain concentration on 2 different spells at the same time. You roll separate rolls for concentration on each spell every time you need to roll concentration rolls. You have 3 9th level spell slots. You do not suffer stress or negative effects when casting the wish spell beyond its normal uses, and you somehow in that little brain of yours, is just like you woke up and you know kung fu. You now know all the meta magic options, all of them, and you have 40 sorcery points that you regain at long rest, which means you are so familiar with wielding magic, right? You feel so connected to the weave and to magic that you feel that you can just manipulate magic whatever way you want. And you can manipulate a spell whatever way you want. Beyond that, you have the chromatic disc in your hand, which is a device bound to your essence. It stores the spells for you. It's for all you can tell is indestructible, and it and thanks to it, you are also very good at attuning to magic items. In fact, this item is attuned to you, and you can potentially attune to another 5 items. And if you are attuned to them, you can store them in personal pocket dimensions as a free action, and you are always proficient with the items you attune. This doesn't change your relationship with your phylactery. Your soul is still not occupying this body. Oh, and here's the kicker. You can have 3 reactions per round, only 1 per trigger though. And when you get a chance for an opportunity attack, you can cast a spell if you want to, instead of a melee attack. So that's it, guys. You feel what it is to feel, or a little bit. It's a kind of simple of what it is to be in the shoes of a spell weaver.
So for the time,
although you're a pseudo spell weaver. Go ahead.
just
please.
to reiterate one thing, we're not undead anymore for the time being. We're actually aberrations.
Your aberration. This body is an aberration. It's not undead. It's been transmuted.
Okay.
It's still connected to your phylactery, and if it dies, the old version of your body is going to appear closer to your phylactery in 1d100 days. It's 1d100 days, or 2 weeks, something like that.
That was 1d10, but okay.
A 1d10. Voila. 1d10 days.
I guess hearing all that, I'll take some time to get the harp that I got. Am I naked still, or do I have clothes on?
No, you all have clothes on that seem to be made of similar materials and fashion than the clothes you were wearing when you were turned into a gem. However, your items are nowhere to be seen. The only item you have on you is the chromatic disc.
No. My armor.
Well,
does that include the
you
ones
do
that
have
we're
something that
attuned to?
resembles a scorpion armor, Zero, but it's not the real one.
Do we need to unequip all of our items then, Legend?
By all means, yes.
And delete them too?
No, don't delete them.
Including ones that are cursed?
Yes.
Okay.
Ronaldo's also bonded to the vestige of the evening glory, so unequipped. We're like copies, right?
Because that attunement is with your phylactery, not with your body. That's the one exception I'm gonna open.
Okay.
So you keep the evening glory attuned.
No armor though?
No armor. Remember when you were turned into gems, all your items fell into a rift, and your body was pressurized to the point of becoming a precious gem. All the matter of your body.
Okay.
So squishy.
You have clothes on you,
Unequipping those.
but they just look more like aesthetics than anything else.
So there's this orb that you said that we have, this disc. Should it be in our inventory, or do we just assume that that's the 6th item that's always attuned?
You assume it's the 6th item that is always attuned, and it's part of your race traits, because it's you can't be a spell weaver without that chromatic disc. So so that's why there's no need to put in the inventory. It's already there. It's already part of your race traits, your species traits.
Okay. Why did my
so we get rid of all of our items, right? Even our little simple weapons?
No, you don't get rid of them. You just unequip them.
Okay.
Ali.
Yeah. Armors. I got no armor anymore. Cleric brain does not like this.
Cyril's gonna look to the others and just say, "What now, guys? We're missed Invoker. What's our next plan of operation? I mean,
Is it strange or right that I missed
all missed your
Volkar?
friend Volkar has been erased from existence. You guys didn't even make a funeral. You didn't say goodbye. You didn't put flowers. Wow. Also, you have no idea where the Rod of Seven Parts is now.
oh
Yeah,
god,
no problem.
I
We're
know.
supposed to get that back.
Who's gonna feed Landstro?
more importantly, what happened to Gloria?
Yes, that is the first question.
I was just about to say that.
I mean, she's inside the iron flask somewhere.
That is true.
Speaking of which, we need to find our stuff.
I'm with Midge on
Yeah.
that one. That is definitely top priority.
So, any clues? You said it disappeared somewhere?
So,
Yeah.
as you are all start to think about your stuff, I'm gonna use wisdom as a proxy for your instinct, for your natural instinct. So roll a wisdom check.
Does it help I have proficiency in insight and expertise and perception?
No, this is just a flat wisdom. It's direct on the stat block.
Oof. Not good.
Drazov,
Yeah, we're not used to these new bodies. Our rolls stink.
Drazov, you are figuring out that you have some horns now that you didn't have before, and some sort of crown, and perhaps that is because of the crown. And you're playing with the fire above your head, just to see if it burns this body, and it doesn't. So it's continual flame. So you are a bit distracted at the moment, and you don't realize where the conversation was going. For the rest of you,
Waving his hand over his head and feeling himself.
yes, and for the rest of you,
I like these extra hands.
you all have this instinct that if you open a demiplane, it seems to be coming from the discs. There is this instinct that if you open a demiplane, you might find your stuff on the other side.
You know, I remember. No, I don't remember because I was the first one to disappear. Never mind.
You guys would have seen what happened to Midge when the rift opened up and all of that stuff. So you guys would have seen it happen to Midge. She hasn't seen this happen, so
All right,
Oh,
I can't.
let's verbally. Let's just say we relay what our experience to Midge, that she's caught up to speed. Okay, how do we open up a demi-plane? I'm not used to wizard spells. Like,
Oh, I got
Wish.
someone already got.
You can wish cast
So,
it.
as you are all standing outside and you're thinking, when you start to think about a demiplane spell, it immediately comes to your mind as if naturally, every time you think about doing something, this disc seems to provide you the knowledge to do it if it's related to magic. And
Sweet.
and while you're thinking about casting the spell, you hear that familiar sound of a window shattering or perhaps a mirror shattering close to you. And again.
Oh,
And again.
Oh, clumsy me.
And
is it the mirror creature again?
oh, you would think so. But then what comes out of these mirrors don't seem exactly like the mirror creature you had seen before. they seem. These are not Neras. These are summoned creatures that came out of mirrors that were not there before and stepped out. They seem to be some sort of undead for what you can see, and passively your mind start to analyze this creature, and it tells you that this is an evil creature. Is summoned. He was summoned by something. It is definitely some sort of undead, with some sort of ghost characteristic, and it seems to be, well, the closest that the material plane gets to a Nera. As these creatures stand outside, it doesn't take long for you to realize that these are not creatures that have anything to do with the defenses of this place. After all, you are outside of the ziggurat. You're back outside of Necrolumpa's lair. These creatures seem to be things that was sent after you. And that immediately brings you the thought that you are being watched now. And
Yeah.
powerful
knows.
creatures are aware of your presence. And with that, I'm gonna ask you all to click on your new tokens and roll initiative.
Fantastic.
Oh, time to punch them all at once.
Oof, trays off.
Yikes. Apparently even more distracted than I thought.
Oh,
You're
yes.
like so much fire.
Very well. And
that first one was I clicked the bar at the top, so it didn't add any modifiers or anything.
okay.
So the 23 is the real one.
Very well. All right. So, whatever these mirror creatures, copycats, undead copycats of or bad copies of Neras are, you are all pretty confident that, or at least you are confident that they are not a major threat. They could be. As far as you know, they don't feel like a major threat. Not now that you feel so confident and connected to the weave. But it seems that they are a test. Not for you guys, but a test for whoever sent them here, to check what you can do. After all, you feel like you're being watched. And whatever you display in this fight, you feel like you're displaying to more than the creatures there in this fight. And on that note, Cyril, what would you like to do?
There's so much more in this sheet than I'm used to. Cyril is going to lift one of his wispy arms and is going to point to this creature to his right. And he's going to cast a level 6 disintegrate and use meta magic for twin spell to target the one to the left of it as well. So it'll be these two over here.
Very well.
If
Must
my-
be nice.
Very nice, I have to say. And that will be a DC 22 dex save or 67 points of damage.
Very well. Excellent. One passed, unbelievable, and one failed.
Amazing.
The one that passed takes no damage. The one that fails takes 67 points. Or the one that fails is on the top. Takes 67 points of force damage, and you can feel as if half of that of the creature had simply disappeared and vanished into the wind of this desert.
Okay. Cyril, looking down at himself and feeling the surge of magic pouring through his body, senses he has more available to himself than usual, and he attempts to cast a fireball level 3 also.
Very well.
Unsure of his new powers, he's uncertain if it will have any effect. And that'll be 32 on the same two guys for a DC 22 dex, apologies.
Very well. That's the same one, right?
Yep. Same two.
Same two.
Some great battle music.
Yeah, that was not what I was going for. I misclicked. And very well.
There we go.
They both failed. One of them vanishes and disappears into nothingness, and the other one is still pretty much there. And after that explosion, and I have to say, Cyril, after the two attacks, you are under the impression that this creature is trying to do something to you, and you suddenly you don't quite understand what it is. But I'm gonna ask you to roll a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw. It's a magical effect, but it's not a spell.
Okay. I have advantage against spells and other magical effects. Would it count as other magical?
Yeah,
so advantage.
Yeah.
Apologies. That's a 15.
Very well. How does it feel failing a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw?
Not gonna lie, I'm pretty embarrassed, guys.
It's humbling.
Yeah.
Yes, the Spellweaver's a somewhat of glass cannon. You feel that this creature is messing with your mind. Usually, as a Lich, you're not used to it, so your defenses are not very high against this kind of stuff. And suddenly you see yourself in this desert. There's no one around you, and running towards you with a smile on her face is Asta. She's running towards you, and she's shouting your name, and you can see her steps in slow motion, and your heart fills with hope. Until behind her, out of a whirlwind of sand, steps out Vecna. And he points his finger to her, the same way you've pointed your disintegrate to that creature. And he shoots a disintegrate ray right in the middle of her back. and you can see the glowing green veins spreading through her body. And her last look in her face as she pronounces your name one last time before turning into dust and mixing with the sandy winds of the desert and disappearing. You don't take psychic damage, but you are frightened.
Okay. Cyril, distraught at what he'd seen, collapses to his knees and is just in shock at losing his loved one once more. And that'll be the end of his turn.
Very well. And you are frightened, and instead of seeing this creature close to you, you see Vecna, who just teleported from that platform over there, and he has an evil smile on his face, almost as if he's savoring your tears. Oh yes, you have tears now.
What is the sensation?
Wet. Very well. And that creature that did that to you is going to do 2 phantasmal strikes on you. And for that, you can do it from the distance it is now. And that's a 13 and a nat 20. What is your AC right now, Cyril?
I'm also quite embarrassed saying this. It's only 12.
Very well. And what is your HP?
202.
You have unlimited use of shield, Cyril.
That is true.
I do, so I will use shield for the 13 and take the nat 20. Thank you, Midge.
Very well. And your AC goes to 17.
We're gonna have to help each other out with these new abilities, guys.
Absolutely, yeah absolutely.
As you raise your shield, your mind just responds almost as a reflex to the phantasmal attack. But the second one, because it's coming from Vecna and you're frightened, the second one hits you, and it feels like he threw the dagger straight into your chest. And that phantasmal dagger gives you 30 points of radiant damage, and would give psychic, but you're immune to psychic. It must be nice. But you take 30 points of radiant damage.
Perfect.
And that's the end of that creature's turn. Midge, what would you like to do?
Midge looks around and she feels this extra arcane power that she's not used to. She's only used to tapping into the natural world, the decay and fungus of the world, but not this. This goes beyond anything she's ever felt before, and these psychic abilities are new to her. So she's going to try something that she's not familiar with, or that she hasn't done before as well. I've had the spell, but I haven't used it. She's going to target this guy right here, that's over on her side, with pins and needles.
That sounds cool.
Very well.
So a DC 19 Constitution save.
And it failed.
All right, so now this is going to be a question. Here, I'll display it on VTT. So it takes the psychic damage that I did,
Yeah.
but it has. If the target fails, what did it fail by 5 or more?
Did
it has
fail
disadvantage
by
on the-
No, it didn't fail by 5 or more. He rolled a 17.
So it has disadvantage on the next attack roll it makes before the end of its next turn, as it temporarily loses full control. All right, so it didn't lose control of its body.
Very well.
Okay, so I can cast 3 spells. So she tries that, and
that wasn't very good.
What was the level of that
And,
one you just cast?
it was a cantrip.
Very well.
Yeah, that's a cantrip.
Okay. That counts as 0 in my book.
Yeah. So now I can do up to 12.
Yeah.
So then she is going to. I'm about to sneeze, so I'm gonna mute myself. Hold on.
Very well.
That was really loud. I'm gonna do it again.
Nice.
Trying to show off.
Sneezing is
Sorry,
a free
guys.
action.
It is, but I now want to sneeze into the microphone.
Is the player allergic to spell weavers?
Maybe we're learning this. Legend. As I look around, are we out in the open? Are we in a cavern?
You are in
Where
the
are
desert.
we?
You're in the desert, in the middle of dunes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm in the middle of dunes.
During
okay.
nighttime. Yes.
Interesting. Okay. Then Midge is going to cast a wall of thorns at, this will be 6th level.
Okay.
Did that, hold on, I'm gonna display it. So 60 feet long, 10 feet high. So what I'm gonna do is I am going to put the wall of thorns, see, did I say 60?
Yeah.
30, 40. Oh, wait, it probably, does it have to fall? Oh, yeah, it can go like this, right? Can it go like that?
Yes.
And then it'll go extend to like there. Can we do that?
Yeah. Very well.
All right. So they all need to do dexterity saves, 19. So those 3.
Okay. That's a concentration, right, Midge?
Yes, it is.
Okay. Dex 19, you said?
Yes.
All right. What is the damage? 60?
It says if they failed, 7d8 piercing.
It calculates there 60 points of damage.
60 total slashing damage for the first time they enter it. So yeah, they'll all take 60 if they failed.
Wow, they all passed. Okay. They take half a damage, all of them.
Yes, they'll take 30.
Very well.
So that was a level 6 spell, and she can do another level 6 spell. So she will actually then she will drop that concentration.
You can concentrate on 2 spells, so you don't have to drop it.
Oh, can I really? Are you serious?
Yeah.
Oh my gosh!
Yeah,
Thank
same
you.
time.
Okay. then she is going to cast polymorph at 4th level on herself.
Very well.
And she is going to take on the form of the ancient lightning eel again.
Very well. Ancient lightning eel it is.
Actually, wait, it only has 20. Yeah, that's fine.
Very well.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay. As soon as my roll 20 cooperate with me, go ahead and do the attack for the eel. You have the stat block, right?
Yeah, I don't make an attack. I cast 3 spells. I can't make an attack on. I can't take an extra action.
Oh, very well.
Can I?
No, you've cast 3 spells.
Yeah. So that was a total of 10 levels.
Very well. All right. So with that, Mage, I assume that's the end of your turn?
Yes.
Very well. Let me bring the eel. Where to? Refresh roll 20. This is getting a bit too heavy for roll 20 apparently. Can't handle spell weavers.
Yeah, it's going to be huge, Legend.
It is huge now.
It's gargantuan.
Now it's huge.
Yeah, no, and it's a gargantuan-sized creature.
Oh, very well. And the first thing Midge does, as one of the first things Midge does as a spell weaver, is to not be a spell weaver anymore and be an healer.
Some things never change.
But does he still get 6 arms?
Very well.
6 tails.
An oldie but a
doesn't.
goodie, the classics.
And with that is now the turn of that creature that is close to you, Ronaldo, and is going to attack you. You gotta do is going to do to you the same it attempted to the other creature did to Cyril, who is kneeling on the ground now, crying. So roll a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw, please.
He just. Never mind.
And the creature attempt to mess with your mind, but it seems the evening glory is still helping you, and you can feel her presence, although her volume is much lower now. It's almost as if she doesn't have as much of an influence on you in this body as she had before. As this doesn't change your relationship with her, it's just that you feel that you are more powerful than her now. That's how it feels. It isn't necessarily true, but that's how it feels. And she helps you snap out of it, and you're not tricked by it.
Very cool.
And frustrated with it, the creature is going to attack you with 2 phantasmal strikes. One is a nat 20, and the other one is a 10. What is your AC
What
right
the
now,
heck?
Ronaldo?
Well, I'm gonna reaction shield, so that will get +5. So that the nat 20 obviously hits me, but the 10, which would normally hit, my AC will be 15, so it misses.
Excellent. And what is your HP right now?
203. Once with this new session, my HP went back to full, so
Yes.
I don't know what it's. Okay. It's 203.
Very well. So with that, the first try, as you are still distracted by your internal connection to the evening glory, The first strike strikes you, and it deals a total of 12 radiant damage to you, which makes you kind of wake up for reality. And when the second strike comes, you raise your shield, and it hits the barrier. And you do that almost by reflex. You didn't even know you could do that. It's like a kid who just turned into a superhero and didn't know he could fly, or bullets wouldn't hurt him, and this kind of stuff. And the next one is one of those that is in the torn wall, and the creature is going to attack you, Midge, and Midge, who is concentrating on true spells, and Midge, you gotta do a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw, please. Very well, Midge. You've passed, so here comes two phantasmal strikes towards you. One's a 23, the other one is an 18.
They both hit because my DC is a 17 in this form.
Very well. So, yeah. So, Midge, you take, that's 10 points of radiant damage.
Okay.
And you gotta roll 2 concentration checks for me.
Okay. Here's the first one.
First one for the Wall of Thorns. Very
Okay.
well, that's
and
enough.
Second one.
For the ill Midge form. Very well. And with that, it's now the turn of Ronaldo. Ronaldo, what would you like to do?
All right, Ronaldo cracks his neck and moves his arms around. He's like, oh, with this new form, weird, very weird. But I suppose I can be. And he starts to hold them up like a bodybuilder. Truly majestic when I move. But then he's gonna snap onto all 6 like legs and arms. He's gonna skitter like a spider.
Legend, the eel started with 203, is what they start at. So I just changed it. And then how much damage did it just take?
10.
10.
Okay, so it's a 193. Okay.
Okay. Ronaldo, please continue.
Ronaldo skitters up from behind Cyril, and then he stands back upright, and he says, come on, buddy, don't get down right off the bat. Looks like we've got a lot to do. And he's going to cast Beacon of Hope. You can read its multiple things, but the main thing is that you will now get advantage on wisdom saving throws. Everyone within 30 feet of Ronaldo now has advantage on those nasty, deceptive attacks these creatures are doing against us.
Excellent.
Nice. Thanks, dude.
All 6 arms clasped together. Namaste. And then after that, he's going to... His head is gonna horror slowly turn creak back, looking at this guy, and he says, yeah, first to mess with me. And then he's going to cast Moonbeam at 4th level. It has to make a Constitution 19 save.
Which
Or
one?
take 25 points of radiant damage.
The one that attacked you?
Yeah, so
Okay.
this guy over here.
Oh, that one. All right. It fails.
Nice. 25 points of damage.
And there's a secondary effect to that as well?
Let me look at that again. Well, it's concentration, so I can keep going. It has another effect if it's a shape changer. And then, if it starts its turn there, it takes damage again.
Very well.
And then after that, he can still make another spell attack, which is crazy. I think just a cantrip this time. Toll the Dead. A wisdom 19 saving throw, or it takes damage.
Very well. And it
19
failed as
wisdom.
well.
Excellent. 37 necrotic damage.
And you notice that pieces of the creature are just falling apart and part of the creature is already vanishing, almost as if you are breaking a porcelain doll, which is a reference Ronaldo understands very well.
Yeah. Oh, jeez. All right, that's my turn.
Very well.
He waves at him. Ta-ta!
And it's now the turn of the one closest to Creek, and Creek, you gotta do a DC 18 Wisdom saving throw.
You got it. With advantage, I pass.
You do, okay. 'Cause
I don't know why I
that
didn't
looks
roll
like-
the other one.
So roll 20 is still messing up and displaying the wrong dice I was
wrong
doing
thing?
during my one shot yesterday. Yeah. In
Very
fact,
well.
for the one shot, it wasn't even posting the rolls in.
Very well.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a
Never
1 in the
mind.
19.
So the creature rolls an 18 and a nat 1 to hit you with Phantasmal Strike. Does an 18 hit you?
I will silvery barbs that 18 and be like, ha! Try again.
It's now a 16.
That still hits, but I'll give the advantage to Drazov.
Very well.
Oh, thank you very much.
And
You could. Wait, couldn't you use your reaction to shield?
No, it'd still hit me if I shielded, so silvery barbs
okay.
is a better bet.
Gotcha. All right.
what is your AC right now in your HP?
13.
Creek? 13.
My HP is 203.
Very well.
Nice.
It won't hit you if you use shield.
What do you mean? 18 meets 18.
But you use silver barbs and it's now a 16.
Oh, I can't react twice per turn, though. I thought it was once per trigger.
Oh yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true.
Oh, right.
Because you use silver barbs. Very well. So with that, you take 6 points of radiant damage. I don't know how you're gonna survive that.
It burns. Ow.
And with that, that's the end of that creature's turn. Creek, what would you like to do?
Greek can see these two spectrals right here. Are they being blocked by the thorn wall?
They are half in, half out of the Tornwall.
Alright, Creek will mosey on up right here. Get into his cowboy, turns two of his hands into finger guns. As a bonus action, he'd be like, draw, partner. And he'll fire Hex and Twin Spell it, so he fires 2 hexes, concentrating on both as my bonus action.
Nice.
I can do them at will because of my boon of sorcery, so it doesn't cost any spell slots.
Very well.
So what I'll do is, since they don't have to do a save, I'm going to make them have disadvantage on all intelligence saves. Both of those ghosts.
Very well.
Alright, now for my action.
For your action.
Because that was my bonus. I am going to use Synaptic Static on those 2 ghosts.
Okay.
That way it only hits those 2. They have to do intel saves, and I'm also going to spend another sorcery point to make it empowered because I can roll up to 7 spell dice because of a +7 to charisma.
Yes.
I can choose up to 7, so let me roll the damage first.
Make sure you guys are burning those sorcery points.
So I got 1, 1, 2, 2. I'm gonna re-roll 5 of my 7 dice, so that's only 1 point. So I'm gonna re-roll the 1, the 1, the 2, the 3, and the 3. So I'm
Okay.
re-rolling 10 points of damage.
Very well.
For the same amount.
Very well. So both creatures fail, and you can see that their heads just start to shake, as if you had done something to their cognitive abilities.
Yeah, so for the next minute, all their attack and ability rolls, as well as constitution checks, they have to subtract the d6. That was my first spell. Now for my second spell, I'm going to cast Rolathun's... Actually, no, not that one. I'm actually going to save my spells and just do Vicious Mockery. Oh no, not Vicious Mockery. Firebolt. One for the one on the left and one for the one on the right as my second and third spell for my action.
Very well.
Does a 24 hit the first one?
Yes.
That one takes 22 fire damage on the left.
Yeah.
And then on the right, a 31 to hit.
Yeah, that hits.
Which that one on the right will take 18 fire damage.
Excellent.
I just blow on each finger and be like, your turn, partner. Creek will move. As he says that, he walks behind and goes right here.
Excellent.
Go get him.
And it's now the turn of the mirror shade that was inside the moonbeam. How much damage it takes from starting its turn there? Ronaldo?
It takes. I shall roll it again. Moonbeam. Fails to save. It takes 31 damage.
Nice.
It did, and it evaporates.
Nice.
Before
A
it could
banana.
even do anything, it's a goner. I
I
assume
like to hear.
you stop concentrating on the moonbeam?
Nope, I keep concentrating on it because I can move it on my turn.
Very well.
I'll target another sucker.
Very well. And with that, Drazov, what would you like to do?
Well, he finally manages to pay a little bit of attention to what's going on around him as he pries his attention away from all these new appendages he's got and looks around and takes a step forward and, this seems very unpleasant. Okay, let's be doing this then. And he's going to cast Disintegrate at 6th level. He's going to twin spell it. And let me find Disintegrate. Boom. He's targeting... why is that not clicking? There we go. This one over here. And this one over here.
Very well. This one and this one.
Yep.
All right.
That's a DC 21 deck save.
Very well. They both failed, and the one that is in the wall of thorns is completely disintegrated into the air. There's nothing else there. Even a bit of the wall of thorns went with it.
Oh, that was quite fun. Yes. Let's be having a bit more of that then. And he's gonna do the same thing again.
Very well.
Whip. Targeting that one on the far left again and the other one that's in front of him. So these two.
Very well. Wow. They both rolled a 21.
Yeesh. Rude.
Yep.
Can I wait? Don't I have a thing for that from being a who's it? Being a spellweaver? No, I'm thinking of something else. Nope. Sorry, different character. That's from the other campaign.
Well, you do have a metamagical option for them to give disadvantage to your enemies.
Oh, yes. Okay. I'll wait. Can I do that while I'm also using metamagic to twin it? Or can I only use one metamagic per?
You can only use one metamagic option per spell.
Because I used metamagic to twin it. So
yeah.
All right. That fails.
Very
Boo.
well.
And it's can only use up to 12 spell slots worth of multi-spell casting, right?
Yes.
So at this point, can I still cast a
cantrip? Yes.
Cantrip?
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, then I'm going to Toll the Dead on this guy over here on the side, the one that's not stuck in the wall.
Okay.
And use a metamagic slot to transmute the spell,
Okay.
changing its damage type from necrotic to let's go with fire. So he's just gonna point one of his multitudinous fingers at this thing.
Okay.
And the sound of funeral bells gong through the air, and blam, fire. Oh, right, let me cast that.
So instead of hellfire, it's bellfire.
Yes. Very nice.
There you go. Hell's bells.
It fails.
30 points fired.
And it's another creature that completely vanishes.
Oh, that was a lot of fun. Did you see that guy? The way that he burned? It was very satisfying.
Hell yes. Great job, Drazov.
Thank you. I am here all day. And I think that's going to be it for his turn.
I'm here
Very
all
well.
day, hopefully forever.
And we're back at Cyril. Cyril, what would you like to do?
If I'm frightened, I have to move away from this creature, don't I? Or can I attack it?
Yeah. Well, yeah, you can attack it with disadvantage.
Disadvantage. I am going to stand up, shake off, and say, "No, I must do this. I promised her I'd avenge her." And I'm going to look at the Vecna image that is this creature, and I am going to cast
You don't-
6th level.
You
Oh,
don't
sorry?
have to move away, you just can't move closer. Okay?
Oh, okay, perfect. And I'm going to cast Disintegrate
Yeah.
at 7th level, but I'm going to use my Restore Balance so the creature doesn't get advantage on its check. So it just rolls flat.
Okay.
So that is a Dex 22 for 89 points of damage.
It failed.
Fantastic.
And it's this one?
Correct, yeah.
Very well. So with that attack, the creature is no more.
And Cyril's gonna blink his now eye or his eyelids, and it's gonna realize that it was an illusion this whole time, and it's going to look around at the others behind him and realize he's still in the heat of battle, and is going to cast 2 fireballs at the creature still within Midge's Wall of Thorns.
Excellent.
So the first one will be a 24 to hit.
Yeah.
And the second will be 22 to hit. I assume both hit.
Yes.
fantastic. For 23 and 29 points of damage.
Excellent. And with that,
52.
that creature vanishes and it's completely destroyed. And you are out
Amazing.
of initiative.
Midge will
See-
revert back to the Spellweaver form.
And Cyril's gonna look to the others and go say, I could get used to this, guys. I mean, all this extra arcanic power that we have, it's kind of comes in useful, eh?
Midge looks at everyone and goes, "Sorry, old habits die hard."
Well, it's good to see a familiar face. Still feel bad about Vokar, though. I love this feeling of power, and he holds up his multiple arms. He's like, but I don't really feel like me so much anymore. And he looks down. I'm not going to fit into any more of my shoes.
Hey, Ronaldo. Creek comes up as he sees you holding your hands.
Yeah.
You know how you can high five with one hand? I've always wanted to high five with multiple.
Oh, yeah. High five.
We have to roll for that?
Yes, please.
By all means,
Performance.
yes.
Is that
roll-
acrobatics or performance?
Let's use sleight of hand. Why not?
I hope you
Sleight
both
of
roll really
hands.
poorly. Sleight of hands.
All right. I hope that's enough.
What's this
Well, it's
mean?
enough for you, not
2011?
for Ronaldo. Ronaldo only hits about 50% of your. Only 3 hands. He high fives. The other
slap
3 he
your ass.
misses.
It's like
Slap
a wet
butt.
slap.
They're not even at the same time. They're like different times. So you hear clap, clap, clap.
I guess we still have to
Cyril's
get
just-
used to some coordination.
Cyril's going to lift all 6 hands to his face and she's going to say, oh no, it begins.
Hey, look at this. And he does the little like musical watch with the snap, 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 snap on either side.
Wait. You know what you
Jazz
guys can do?
hands.
Jazz hands.
Imagine how easy it is to cartwheel now.
The spider wheel.
Midge
Tumbleweed.
thinks back to what she was thinking about before those creatures appeared, and she tries to open up that demiplane to see if she can access her equipment.
Midge, a rift in space, much like the others had seen before, you didn't see it, opens, and a white room, completely white, cubic room on the other side. And it's very bright inside, but once your eyes adjust, you can see the floor is covered with all your junk.
Oh, that's cool. How did you do that, Mitch?
I just thought about it.
Interesting. I wonder, does it work for the rest of us too? And Cyril will try and do the same thing for his
Yeah,
gear.
Ronaldo as well.
And
Same with Drazol.
And it does
Creek
yield
too.
the same results to all of you. And I have to say, all of you may feel somewhat relieved, except Drazov, who was hoping to see his laboratory on the other side.
Well, upon seeing his crown of lies, he's gonna basically dive like halfway into this thing and just immediately put it on like Gollum grabbing the One Ring. Like, yes. Oh, the whispers, I have missed you.
The whispers, I missed you.
Midge will step in and begin gathering up her equipment. And
Do we need to take time to reattune to our various items, or can we consider them like attuned when we retrieve them?
Great question. You are so well connected to the weave that the moment you start touching the items you want to attune, it's almost as if the items are trying to attune to you and not the other way around. And they're so eager to attune to you that you can attune to them instantly.
Also, I just
Fantastic.
remember that one of his attuned items is Kirsten's ooze, which I would assume would normally be like attuned to by having it crawl down his throat. But since he doesn't have a mouth, I guess it goes in through the ears now.
Yeah, pretty much. Or the nose. He does have nostrils.
Oh, all right, yeah. We'll go up the nose
Just see him
option.
getting just his face just gross.
Meanwhile,
Oh.
for Creek, I have 2 instruments and I hear them fighting and be like, ladies, I have enough hands to play both of you.
As Cyril looks at his scorpion armor, he realizes his 4 new arms aren't going to fit through, so he's going to proceed to try and tinker with his armor to allow for space for his new arms. It'd be a bit cramped in here otherwise.
Ronaldo reaches out and grabs the ye old Kraken's impaling lightning lance, and he says, "Come to Papa."
Also,
well.
once Kazov gets all of his gear retrieved, he opens his portable hole and retrieves the Ring of Fire Elemental command out of it, which is, I mean, it's all covered in honey now because everything in that hole is, and he puts that on as well.
It's literally a honey hole, huh?
It is indeed.
Well, now that Ronaldo's a spellweaver and seems like the last spellweaver was trapped at an obelisk and he kind of breaks the rules. So we're outside of the dungeon, right? Can he make a portal that goes back into the dungeon? Not step through it, but can he like see if he can make a link?
You can certainly try. What do you want to cast?
What do I want to cast? Oh.
Yes. What kind of effect do you want to cast?
He wants a portal to Ricardo and Lich Doom.
Very
Let's see if we can find you back here. And he turns his hands.
So, as you attempt to open a portal, you realize, thanks to your connection to the chromatic disc, that in order to open a portal that would be able to cross through this, you are missing a component for this spell, which is the Rod of 7 Parts. If you were wielding the Rod of 7 Parts, you would be able to do what you're trying to do. And that's a knowledge you drain out of the disc. That is the only way you can key in and out of the ziggurat is with the rod.
Okay. But the rods, it disappeared with Vokar, didn't it? Ronaldo's now like relaying information. No, he's just going to ask that to these guys. He's like, now if Vokar's gone, then what happened to the rod?
Well, I mean, it was.
Did it disappear with him?
It did, from my memory. But I mean, there is still the other rod, correct?
What?
You mean the one that is with you mean the one
With
that
Kaz.
is
Yeah, in the maze.
Yeah.
Yep. I mean, we are all powerful now.
Yeah.
So I do have a
That's the
question.
new
You said we were
plan.
able to sense that purple worm. And would Ronaldo be able to sense, or would we be able to sense Lich Doom and Ricardo
No, you can't sense anything inside the ziggurat.
inside?
Yeah.
Is okay. It's blocked. Okay.
Yeah.
You guys know what I could go for?
You, because of your connection to that disc, you now have a better understanding of the magic that is protecting this place. It seemed to be a very powerful ritual that prevents all sorts of transportation and divination magic to cross through the walls unless someone is holding the key. The only way to let magic or even physically pass through the walls is with the key. And you are under the impression that this place was created by not just one spellweaver, but the power of many spellweavers combined in order to create such a powerful effect. Not even the gods can see through these walls.
We can't re-enter.
Well, I've been wanting to go back to the maze since for ages to rescue the other three.
I put on my amulet of proof of against detection and location immediately.
Yeah,
We don't
well
have
done.
to do that now, but maybe, if anyone wants to join me, come up with a game plan. That way we can get the parts and save our friends.
I got an idea. Does anyone have a scroll of the comet?
Ronaldo, because you are connected to that disc, I am obliged to tell you that the thought would cross your mind that you can just easily wish cast simulacrum. And, well, if you wish cast simulacrum now, you're going to bring a Ricardo with 6 hands into existence.
It makes a new simulacrum, though. Like my old one would just die, right?
Well, yeah, the old Ricardo would disappear as the new simulacrum would replace him. It would be a simulacrum in the same form that you are right now, but it would, because your wish casting would only consume an action and not 12 hours.
Yeah, but I mean, that's not the point. I don't even need a simulacrum. I don't even super care. But I feel like I'd done Ricardo dirty, or I was done dirty. Like, he was supposed to be with me, so I don't like the thought of abandoning this other person in the maze. But also, he's got my anti-magic helm, which Ronaldo built. He wants that back.
Oh, yes, that is true. That is true.
Yeah. Ronaldo made that. That's part of Sharon. I want that back.
All right. So what do you dread most? Is the thought of leaving the helm in this dungeon all by himself, alone, without having any protection or poor helm, or it is the thought of leaving Ricardo?
I do care about Ricardo, but I do care about the helm more.
Well, now that explains a
The
lot.
truth finally is revealed.
Yeah.
That's what was the important thing.
You want to know why? Because at least the helm is one of a kind.
Nice.
Oh, wow. if Ricardo could hear you.
Yeah, but what can he do about it?
Oh boy. All right. And on that note, folks, as you are all in this place and you are retrieving your items, you start to hear this golf clap almost. Someone approaches this place and you can see through, because you can't detect a mind. You can see through what seems to be an astral projection of sorts. And that astral projection stands at the end of that passage, right in front of you. And it's clapping. And it says to you, almost with a smile in its face, as it says,
Well, I must admit, this was entertaining. Look
I don't
at
think
all of you.
that's the voice you meant to use, Legend.
No, it's the Queen of the Dragons.
So some nice lady came to see us?
nice lady. Okay, all right. So that was not the voice I meant to use.
Pretty.
That was not scary at all.
Okay.
It's some genuinely just nice
Was not-
woman is like, "Hey, good job."
Well done, you
guys.
guys.
You. I think this is the one.
No,
No, this is still.
Come on.
It sounds like my neighbor Sue.
That's even
Hey
better.
Jay, you having a good
Sounds
day,
like-
bud?
It sounds like the
Congratulations
queen
on
of,
putting all those extra arms and stuff.
All right.
Do I get
I'm just gonna
timeshare now?
go full blown evil here then.
Bum, bum, bum,
Full-blown
bum. Bum, 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 bum.
Well, that was entertaining.
There we go.
I think that was interesting in some ways. I have to admit, out of the many things I would expect come out of that ziggurat after I saw you guys were inside there, this is almost reassuring. I mean, look at you in those clumsy bodies. As if you knew how to use that power. As if you knew how to wield it. I mean, at some point, I felt like your team with Volkar could be a threat, but I have to say, it really played out very, very well to this outcome. Look at all of you. Completely useless. You have no idea how much power you have or how to use it. What was the point of the Spellweaver giving you this sort of gift? And then it eliminates Volkar for me. Isn't that precious? I think the Spellweaver is just a good friend of mine at this point. Now, I have to say, I'm quite interested in studying that form of yours. I have to admit I've made a mistake in the past by eliminating all the Spellweavers. I should have kept at least one specimen so that I could do some experiments. Perhaps something I could teach Trace of. Not you, the original one. On how to recreate in its laboratory. After all, these creatures have an innate connection to the weave. They are the original sorcerers. And the most powerful ones. No wizard could ever have this sort of connection. Well, if I wasn't the goddess of magic, I would myself be envious of this close connection you have to the weave and how you can wield it. But you know, I am the goddess of magic. And as much as I would like to just boast about it and play with you, like a cat plays with its prey before it eats, I'm afraid I have more important things to do right now. And therefore, I think I'm just going to have to bury you here. Leave you here, from a place you're never going to be able to come out. Let the purple worms find you.
And as she says that, her astral projection starts to vanish. And you feel as if you just got unplugged. You feel as if you didn't have a connection to the weave anymore. Your source of power is now only the energy from the weave that remains in you. You, ironically, feel like simulacrums. You can spend, but you can't recharge.
Ah.
It
But wait.
seems the goddess of magic cut your connection to the weave to your source of magic.
But I'm a cleric and my source of magic is divine. What about that?
You are a spell weaver at this moment.
Okay.
I am a sorcerer. Can I still transfer magic into spells?
The reason why you guys still have energy and magic in you is because sorcerers carry the magic within themselves, despite the fact they're weaving. Their ultimate source is the weave. So you have magic in your blood, and you're like a battery. But right now, you don't have an electric socket to plug yourselves in if you need to recharge. That's the moment the magic that is in you runs down. Unless you are able to restore your connection to the weave, the forms you are in right now are going to be useless.
A universal socket, guys.
There goes our allowance.
I wish I didn't use some disintegrates.
And now you are aware that Vecna just sent those creatures to test you and to entertain you and to have some sort of an idea of what it's dealing with. And to assess your power. It didn't seem concerned. It didn't treat you as a threat. Definitely underestimated you. Cut you off from the weave. And left you stranded here. I mean, at least it thinks it left you stranded here in this desert planet. So there's no Volcar to tell you what Vecna is going to do next anymore. You have no idea where the original spellweaver that did this to you is. It talked to you when you came out of your respective obelisks, but you didn't hear anymore and you haven't seen it and you don't sense it around you. You can't track its presence at least to a radius of 5 miles. It could still be inside of the ziggurat for all you know. And now you know Vecna knows where you are, knows what you've done, knows what you've planned to do, and it was aware of you guys and Volcar, although likely not being able to track you until this very moment when you didn't have your necklace of proof against detection and divination on you, and it started to track you again.
I'll put that back on.
Also, when you guys were in the mirror plane, the goddess of magic, Ronaldo, if you remember, was the only version of Vecna that looked back at you and could see you back through the same screen you were looking at her. It seems to be perhaps the most powerful version of the 4 versions of Vecna you have seen. After all, it is the goddess of magic.
Yeah.
So, it seems you have quite a challenge ahead of you, and you have some food for thought. As I would advise you all to definitely come out with a plan, and this time there is no Volcar, there's no training wheels, and you guys need to be your best liches. And on that note, folks, we will conclude this session here. And thank you all of you who've been watching us and been following us all throughout. And for those of you who come afterwards to watch us, because we actually get quite a bunch of views after the episode goes live. And we appreciate that. We appreciate all of you. If you have comments, suggestions, if you have questions for us, feel free to comment in the videos. I try to reply to all the comments as I can. And thank you so much for watching us. You are very welcome, and we'll see you next week. Have a good week, everybody. Have a good weekend. Oh, yes, and tomorrow have Gods versus Eldritch Horrors.
It's gonna be